Hi everyone, I'm going to briefly go over operations with scientific notation because I know a lot of people might have forgotten how to do it without a calculator. These are all things that you can do on a calculator, so I'll show you that in a little bit, but if you don't have a calculator, this is what we do. So for adding and subtracting with scientific notation, we're going to zoom in a little bit. So right here on number 1, we have 6.2 times 10 to the 8th plus 2.3 times 10 to the 8th. If you're adding or subtracting, you need the same exponent. So you need the same number here with the exponent. So they both have 8, so we're good. We know that is part of my answer. Now you just add 6.2 plus 2.3, which gives you 8.5, and then you're done with that question. But you can only do it this fast if your exponent is the same. So let's look at subtraction. You have the same kind of deal. You look at the exponent. So we have both of them as 10 to the negative third power. So we know that is part of my answer. Oops. Then you just subtract the numbers. So 9 minus 4 is 5. And that's it. So make sure you pay close attention to the exponents for adding and subtracting. But let's look at some that are a little more tricky. So down here, let's zoom in a little. These ones don't have the same exponent. So you can pick either 10 to the 7th here or 10 to the 6th. Which exponent do you want to go towards? I'm going to have them both be 10 to the 7th power. I always go with the higher exponent. So if you forgot, we have our little word here, Lars. If you go to the left, you add to the exponent. If you go to the right, you subtract from it. So if I want to add 1 to the 6, it means that I have to go left because left and add go together. So I move my decimal 1 spot to the left. So now my problem is 4.7 times 10 to the 7th plus 0.34 times 10 to the 7th, because I moved my decimal to the left. So now it's just the same exact thing. We have the same exponent, so that is part of your answer. And then you do 4.7 plus 0.34, which is 5.04. And then you're done with that question. So let's suppose for number 8 here, I want to go with the lower exponent to go towards. So let's say I want them both to be 10 to the 4th power here. So that means if you want to subtract from your exponent, because we want to go down to 4, we need to move to the right. So I have a decimal here right after that 9. If I go to the right 1 spot, because I want to subtract 1 from my exponent, that gives me 90 times 10 to the 4th here minus 8 times 10 to the 4th. So then you have to keep your exponent like normal. However, there is going to be a problem here. So 90 minus 8 gives you 82. However, this is not a number between 1 and 10. So if you forgot how to do that again, you use our Lars. So if I want to move my decimal back 1 spot, so move to the left 1 spot, it means I add 1 to my exponent. Because 82 is not a number between 1 and 10, that's what we have to do. So we are going to move our decimal back 1 to the left. So I've got 8.2 times, adding 1 to my exponent, 10 to the 5th. So make sure you're super careful with these ones again, because these are a little more tricky. So if I go down to my calculator here, so real quick, we're going to go back up here. Just to remind you how to type these in your calculator, I will do another video just to show you what that looks like.